Hey everybody, it's Russell. Welcome back to the channel. So I titled the thumbnail on this Last Chance Bro, and I don't mean any disrespect to Adam Aron when I say bro, because if you're a guy, you know bro is a pretty serious term, and usually it's like when you're being challenged, or you're given a warning, or you're trying to help a friend out, like, bro, are you serious? Or bro, are you sure about this? And that's when I say last chance bro. And I'm not an Adam hater. I don't know if I'm necessarily an Adam lover. I just wanted to make this video to say, I don't know if Adam Aron watches YouTube videos, but to everybody, it's like, look, a lot of people have given up on Adam. They've turned on him. You see constant videos and constant hate, and there are still a lot of apes that still support him. They still feel he's the silverback. They still show up at the screenings to meet him and get autographs and take pictures. And what this video is saying is like, listen, you've lost a lot of us, but there's some of us that are still with you, and I personally am one of them. I'm trusting Adam one more time on this. Maybe actually I'll say this, I say about 90% there. If AMC goes on a rip before the reverse squeeze, who knows at that point, but it doesn't look like anything like that is happening right now. And I'm willing to take a roll of the dice. Personally, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind on how they're voting, and I'm not telling you how to vote. Vote how you want to, and that's the answer any YouTuber should be giving you, is saying vote how you want to. Now, a YouTuber can tell you how they're voting and explain why, but ultimately it's your vote, your decision. I am a yes vote, and there's no nefariousness behind that. I just happened to buy a lot of cheap ape at the time. I didn't know there was going to be the reverse split. I didn't know there was going to be a lawsuit. I just knew, hey, this potentially could be an AMC share for less than $1. And I got into the AMC plate late, so it was a way that I thought maybe I could average down the road. So that's why I'm voting yes, because it's all or nothing. You either vote to combine ape and AMC, and you have to vote for the reverse split, or if it's a no on any of those, nothing goes forward. And I'm afraid the price of ape is going to plummet, and that's not going to be good for me. That's why I'm voting in my best interest. But you can vote however you want. That's not what this video is about. So that's where I'm at when I start this video. Now, recently we just saw Adam Aron put out the tweet that he says, many of you and we are aware that AMC Entertainment has been on the threshold list for 3+ weeks, indicating a number of FTD's failures to deliver. Some of you may be pleased to learn that we have contacted both FINRA and the New York Stock Exchange, asking that they both look closely at the trading of our stock. This was on March 7th, 2023 at 3:26 p.m. And finally, this is what a lot of people have been waiting for Adam Aron to fight for the stock. And I don't know if this is too little too late for some people, or some people, they want to see all his emails and letters to proof that he's going to do this, or they just maybe want to just see proof that anything is actually going to happen. But it's nice to see him. I tweeted that it was nice to see him fighting. I was telling him, hey, fight, Adam, fight. So I first heard of Adam Aron on June 3rd, 2021, and that's when Trey Collins interviewed him on over YouTube, I think it was. And that was the first time I saw him, and I didn't know much. I had only been in the play at this point for a few days. I thought it was only going to last a few days, and but this was my introduction to Adam Aron. And of course, as you remember, in this interview there was the infamous shot of him wearing shorts, and was that a secret message that there's naked shorts out there? And that's when I said, okay, I like this guy. Maybe he's on our side, and we can trust him, or he's trying to help us. But then again, when you get to this naked short synthetic issue, he's on the record with his tweets. This tweet is from June 15th, 2022. Inbound tweets ask over and over for share count. AMC has done share count 6 times in the past year. We know of 516.8 million AMC shares. Some of you believe that the count is much higher. As I've said before, we've seen no reliable info on so-called synthetic or fake shares. And this was a tweet from June 15th, 2022. So a lot of people give Adam grief about not calling out fake shares or synthetics. And he gets a lot of grief for this. And again, these are the chances that he's been given, like, you know, fight for us, and he wasn't fighting for us initially. The other big thing that came into this play was, you know, the investment in Hycroft Mine. And a lot of people said, why are we investing in a gold mine? We're a movie company, right? Movie theater company. And right now, Hycroft Mining stock is down to 34 cents. So they're hurting. Now we know there's gold there on the mine. It's just that it's going to be a very expensive process and timely process to get that gold mined and get it to market. So it could be a tough road for the next year or so for Hycroft. So again, that investment right now doesn't seem real great, and he gets a lot of grief from that. And then of course the biggest thing that people probably have trouble with, and this is me as well, is when APE came out, when we said no to dilution. We didn't want to give Adam any more shares, so he took it off we never actually got to vote for it. I don't think that he took it off the ballot because he knew it was unpopular and it probably wouldn't pass. So then, this roundabout checkmate way of APE came out, where he could get some more shares with these preferred equity units. Now right now APE is about $1.75, and that's down, it depends on broker to broker, I guess, I don't know, but that's about, that's down $5.20, about 74%. But at one point, the low was, 65 cents that it was down. It was hugely down. This APE came out in August 22nd, 2022, and it took a big chunk of the AMC value with it and took it all the way down to 65 cents. So a lot of people are upset about that. And then look at what it did to, the APE, AMC since APE came out. AMC right now sitting at $6. But even that, it hit that low of $3.77. So it's been rough since APE came out, and you can tell why people are a little nervous. So let's look at the charges against Adam Aron and what these apes are concerned about. One, he won't fight. We did finally see a tweet, but it's just a tweet. But he won't fight. People say he's a hedgy friend, that he knows all these hedge friends. He was involved with hedge funds. These are his buddies. He always kills the MOASS. That every time we seem to be getting momentum, something happens. He gives shares to Mudrick, or he releases APE, and now we have the reverse split. Some people feel he's just a 1%er who doesn't care about retail investors or care about us, the 99% or the bottom 90% that are investing our hard-earned money into AMC. Just doesn't care. And a lot of people feel like he just wants to take away 90% of their shares, and that would get the voting out of our hands, our power, take away our voting power, take away the shares, and he and his hedge fund buddies can just do what they want. So you look at this, the people, a lot of retail investors, this was the people's stock, the people's movement, not unlike GameStop before it, but I think more so just because I think there's more investors in AMC than GameStop. But what's going to happen if, this goes south and people finally give up, and let's say the reverse split and everything is the disaster everybody says, and AMC just collapses, it goes bankrupt, the hedge funds win. What are people going to think of Adam Aron? He's going to be the next Bernie Madoff, that infamous, that his handling of this situation, handling of the company. He'll be infamous, and it'll be for his family's name. They'll have to live with that as well. I'm not saying he's a criminal like Bernie Madoff, but the shame of it. But you look at what he's been doing recently by going out and posing with people, going out to the screenings and meeting people. You have to get him credit for going out there. My thought is, if this guy really is Bernie Madoff and he's got this plan to screw everybody, wow, what kind of a person would go out and take pictures with everybody before this happened? He's really either a full-blown sociopath, right? Like he's, I'm getting ready to put the knife in your back and I'm going to go out and take selfies with you, right? Or this man genuinely cares about the company. Now, it's funny, I want to say this about, a lot of people say he doesn't want the MOASS or he doesn't want the squeeze. listen, I want the MOASS, I want the squeeze. I got into this play to make money. But I side with the people when it comes specifically to Adam Aron's job. His job is not to have the MOASS. Yes, he should be protecting AMC shareholders. I agree with that. But it's not his job to see AMC squeeze to $1,000 a share, $10,000 a share. That's not what he's there for. And I think about like an NBA promotion. Let's say it's, you know, if the team gets over 100 points, everyone gets a free taco. Well, what if that coach, maybe they're 10 points away from everybody getting a free taco, but it's right before the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. This game is meaningless, and this game is won. So he decides to take all his starters out of the game, you know, with about 5 minutes to play, right? So they don't get hurt in a, you know, in a meaningless game, and he's got them rested and ready to go for the playoffs. But the crowd's upset because the guys that are in there now can't score, and we're only 10 points away from a free taco, and they're, you know, getting angry at the coach saying, hey, we want our free taco, we want our free taco. But that's not the coach's job necessarily, to give the crowd a free taco. And I know a free taco is not the same as the MOASS, or not the same as your investment. He's there to protect your investment, yes, but it's also there to protect the company and make sure it keeps functioning and making money. But just keep that in mind, that, you know, it's not his job to bring the MOASS. I agree, it's his job to protect retail investors, and he should do that. But specifically, you know, hey, he hasn't got AMC to $1,000 a share when I bought it at, you know, $5 a share. He's the worst CEO ever. That's just not his job. But hopefully, if he protects the stock, maybe that will cause the MOASS, and he should do that. Now, also in his favor, you know, we're critical of him for high-craft mining, because why are we you know, investing in a gold mine? Is he doing that just to help out his hedge fund buddies and all his 1%er buddies? But here's the one thing that looks great, and I'm looking forward to, is the AMC popcorn. That was a plan that, you know, he helped put in place, and to get that out there, and it's finally, love seeing the picture of it. Looks great. Can't wait to go to Walmart and buy some. But that should be a sign to you that this man does care about the company. He does care about, you know, making us money. And, you know, whatever your feelings are, that's a very visible symbol of him. And I know some people, you know, you've staked your claim on hating Adam Aron and turning him into the devil, and that's fine. I know he's not perfect. He's got a job to do. He's, you know, he's rich. You know, and I made a video very critical of Adam and the AMC insiders that sold all their shares when retail investors were rushing on. And I said it was like the Titanic, and how, you know, people that actually worked for the ship or designed the ship were sneaking off the ship while it was sinking. Meanwhile, the people that were, you know, rushing on board to save the company are getting ready to go sink with this ship. And so I'm critical of that. But look, he's the CEO. I support that. I wish there was going to be a massive run right before the reverse split vote and everything, and you could say, you know what, this is good for me, I'm out, and you don't even have to deal with it. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I remember when on the verge of APE coming out, and, you know, Lou was right about that. He warned everybody about you know, the APE, and a lot of people thought he was crazy. I did too. I didn't think Adam Aron was going to delay APE because Lou was talking about it. Like, how's he going to go to the, you know, all the New York Stock Exchange and everybody and say, you know what, Lou put out this video telling us to delay APE. Why don't we go ahead and just delay it? You know, I knew that would realistically was never going to happen, but he did warn us about it, and when it came out, it was absolutely devastating, and I didn't like it. But like I said, I bought it when it got down to, you know, around $1. I was loading up, which is again why I said I'm gonna, you know, vote yes, and that's just because I'm trying to protect my investment in APE, and I'm hoping for the best with the reverse split. Now, I understand concerns about the reverse split, and you know, like I said, however you want to vote that way. But this is a video just saying to Adam Aron, man, you got one more chance, bro. You got one more chance, because if this goes south, if this is a disaster, and we go through another APE launch where this happens, and the big fear is, hey, I have 10 shares that are worth $10 each, $100 total. Great. After the split, you know, those 10 shares can become one share, but it's that one share is worth $100. But then the hedgies are just licking their chops, ready to go in there, and there was the fear that Adam Aron wasn't going to try and fight and protect our investment, and SEC wasn't going to help us out, and these hedge funds and these predatory short sellers were just going to go in there and short us down, naked short us down, whatever they wanted to do, whatever criminal activity they wanted to do, and they were going to drive your one share that was worth $100 down to $10. And now you say, how did I go from having 10 shares worth, $10 each to having one share now worth $10? And that's understandable. Now, why can't they just right now take your 10 shares that are worth $10 and turn those into 10 shares worth $1? Wouldn't that be the equivalent? And I think that potentially could happen as well, that they'll just go after it. They did get it down to, $3.77. So I know it's a roll of the dice, but for Adam Aron, this could be it. That you may have people that will always support him going forward, but I think for the APEs, a lot of them have have lost faith in Adam Aron, and there's I think there's a lot of people that are going to give him one more chance on this. But if this goes south, that's it. People, I think, will cut their noses off to spite their face. Who knows what they'll do, whether they'll sell their AMC and put it all in GameStop, or just sell their AMC and walk away from the market, or who knows what will happen. But this is the chance, Adam. I really hope, this works out. And but if this goes south, good luck, because it's going to get really ugly. But I'm going to give you one more chance, bro. And I hope it works out. I hope it works out for all the APEs. I hope in the end, this turns out to be a good thing. And no matter how it goes, that it's a good thing, that we make money and everybody in the end is happy. But we'll just have to see. It's going to be an interesting March and April. Hang in there, APEs. Thanks for watching. If you haven't watched my video on popcorn, please do that. I don't know. I thought it was funny. A lot of people think it's funny. But if you watch it, there's a link at the end of this video to see it. And it'll be in the description. So check it out if you want to have a laugh about AMC popcorn coming to the grocery stores. Check that video out. Thanks, everybody.